Hello, Digidestins. This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we have an amazing deck profile from Imperial Gaming's Undefeated Store Championship winner here. He came on top with his own version of his deck. He's been playing since the beginning of BT-5. Though we have a more continuation, let's enjoy BT-5 for what it is. So go on, Jared, let us hear what you brought to the table for your undefeated win today to get your first place.
So today I brought Lordknight, of course. I've been playing yellow since BT 1.5, been sticking with it since Shine Greymon, and I want to give a shout out to, first off, Imperial, because this is my artwork and I got this mat custom made, and of course the sleeves as well. Galmon is one of my favorite Digimon of all time, and I've always just loved them, so this gave me more motivation to win. So to start off, we're going to start off with babies. Of course, what we play is we play 4 Pikmon, probably the best baby right now, just because of the effect. Once again, Lordknight likes to spam. This will help out and give you more bonuses when you spam out Digimon onto the board.
Of course.
Koromon, of course, this is where everyone gets tossed up and they'll either put in Upa or Koro. Personally, I like the DP reduction, and that's just how I like it. I like to be able to reduce DP and continue with it. Consistency, exactly. Consistency to me is the most important thing. Also, shout out to my boy Albert and his friend. They got the sleeves for me. It was 1 week at locals. He was just like, "Hey man, here's these awesome sleeves. Love the artwork."
Yeah.
For my rookie lineup, of course, we play 4 Pulsemon. This guy just helps out with consistency so much. If you don't have him, I definitely say it's worth the investment for him. I know it is pricey, but just being able to, like, if you're at 3 security, being able to draw and gain a memory, it's awesome. It's one of the best things about him, and he's not a brick. He's just awesome. Next, of course, is 3 Patamon from the structure deck. This guy comes up a lot because the way that I play is I want to be able to reduce opponent's DP. Just like with yellow in general, you want to reduce the DP so that way you can gain a memory. Gaining memory is the most important thing in my eyes of this game, so that way you can continue your turn. If you're not continuing your turn, you're not going to continue playing.
Yeah, like you did in your final round, you forgot to gain the extra memory to keep your turn, but it didn't matter in the slightest.
It didn't at that point. It was a misplay, but still, it would have helped. Next is 3 Starmon. Starmon, of course, enables consistency and being able to just outboards. This guy has come up so many times. I want to play another one, but at the same time, with the way that I've built this deck and I have it running, this has just been the best number I can come up with, because it's not dead drawing, and if I really need them, I keep them in my hand and I just keep going.
Yeah.
Of course. So Zero. So next to, of course, is 2 Bushy Agumon. This guy, I have thought about bumping him up as well, but once again, just like Starmon, I love having him at 2. Because it allows me to just be like, I can waste one and I can have the other one just in case, that way my opponent doesn't expect it, and most often or not they'll expect a second one.
Have you felt that needing a third one is overly necessary, or is it overkill in your opinion?
I feel like sometimes it's overkill, especially with the hard play cost. My last round was, of course, against security, and a lot of the times, of course, my biggest fear is ultimate flare. This is where I would love him to be more of, but besides that, I would hate to have more of him because of the fact that this hard play cost. That's it. The next one, speaking of hard play cost, we have the Patamon. That's the promo, one of the first promos that we have. This guy was the replacement for Kote.
Okay.
I love Kote. I will say that once and I'll say it again. I love him because of his on-play effect, to be able to just search top 5 for knights or, holy knights. I love him, but one is he dies so easily. He's a 2K body and he has the play cost of 3. Like I was just talking about with Bushy, that hard play, it helps so much, especially against the security matchup. This gets over Ultimate Flare. Just barely. And plus the fact that I don't play Lucemon, so if I'm down to like 0 security or I'm at 1 and I just swing, effect, play Patamon, it makes it so that I can recover and I have another check. For level 4s, of course, it's a standard package of Teruri. Teruri, of course, just being the 1 cost. Nothing else to say about her. Kaido, the fact that he's a 1-drop, or a 1 evo, and he's a blocker, even better. Once again, Nidhogg hurts, but if you know what you're playing against, you're able to play around it and you're able to just do the math and figure it out, which makes this guy even better.
Okay, very solid.
Yeah. Finally, to Unimon. This guy comes in handy all the time just because cheaper than Pydo, has more DP than Pydo. So if you know, once again, you know what your opponent's playing against, you're able to go around it, and you can easily just swerve around like Nidhoggs or anything like that. It just helps in general.
Of course.
I will say 2 is solid. And
Yeah.
Finally, this guy has been like the MVP for me for almost every single game I've played against him. Some decks don't even play him. I don't know why. He is awesome. Go ahead.
I can definitely see where it's coming from with the ability to be another TK body that
Exactly. It's the fact that, once again, it's another way to search your security. You search your security with this guy to add a missing piece.
Yeah.
Alright, you wouldn't be able to add Kote, so that's why I don't feel like I'm missing anything with Kote, because you're not
This
able
is
to add it.
replacing Kote without having to worry about the top deck.
Not even replacing Kote, it's more just like, I've always used, like, before when I started playing with this guy, I loved him just because, 1, you can play him with Lord Knight. Alright, it's guaranteed no matter what. He's able to search for missing pieces, so if you don't have a level 5 and you get him out on the board, you play him, you get the knight, you can play it, or you can save it for next turn. This guy has honestly been an MVP of mine, and even if you don't add anything off of him, it still is a 4K drop, 4K body, level 4, which means you could just go to level 5 and then keep going.
Yeah. There's not many decks that just clear out those things at the moment. The only deck that can really just kill off your 4Ks easily is Shoutmon.
Exactly.
And how often do you actually see that matchup?
I've seen it a couple times, of course in locals, because against you, but once again, if you know what you're facing off against, that's, like G.I. Joe says, knowing is half the battle.
Yep.
Next up is Knightmon. This guy's a 4 of course, just because this effect, playing a level 5 for free, and then being able to go into, a level 6, especially with Slash, this has just been oppressive. Allows you to just get rid of a level 6 within 1 turn.
Yeah.
As long as you have a Lord Knight on field, you're able to blow it out. Love this guy. Wish I had the alternate arts. Next is 2 War Growl. I love this guy because if you're trying to go slower, and you're trying to go for that, like that little slower build because you want to see what they're trying to build up, you're trying to see what they're going to be doing, you're able to go with this guy, see if they take the bait, they try and go and they build up his level 6, swing for a crazy amount of security and all that stuff. You're able to go, okay, I'm not going to swing into that guy. I'm going to reduce his DP so that way I can gain memory, still continue my plays, and just have a big beefy body.
Of course.
So I love him. Plus as well, can't stop thinking about War Growl.
Congrats.
Thank you. Next, of course, is my man Ridemyavatar.
Risey boy.
Rise is honestly, this is the guy where I think a lot of people you can flex with. I love this just because, once again, being able to reduce DP. You always are going to try and play TK. You're always going to try and see TK. This guy being able to reduce 2000 DP and also being able to get a free TK. That's just a win-win no matter what.
Oh, of course.
So I play this guy. I prefer him over the Angel Woman just because it's consistent and it's not going to be spamming the board so much. Because once again, your board, if it's just a bunch of rookies, 1 ultimate floor can kill you.
Yeah. And people just punish you for that.
Exactly. So now to the level 6s. We all know and love her. Lord Knight.
No alternate arts yet.
No alternate arts, nope, but she is a beautiful girl no matter what. Or guy. I forget.
Lordknightmon is classified male.
Okay.
Crusadermon is a male 95% of the time.
Well, he's awesome.
Yep.
Love this guy. He does wonders for me. Just the effect of, you know, being an angel woman, but for more is awesome. And
what makes it ridiculous is the power that's
the power, the power of the all turns is awesome. I love it.
One of the few cards in this game.
Exactly. If there's one card that's the MVP, that's always going to go down in my books. Lord Knight.
Until, you know, Shine Greymon comes back in BT-5.
Oh, then I'm hopping right onto that train. You know I'm doing that.
He's already got a max ready.
Oh yeah. Next, this is where everyone like will ask me like, what do I do? Personally, slash. I say slash because slash 1 gets rid of a level 6, like I was telling you guys. Go Knightmon, you know, swing with Lord Knight effect, play the Knightmon, and then Digivolve into a slash. There goes a level 6. Your opponent gets frustrated. You just say sorry. That's it. This guy has won me games. He's made it so that the tides turn just like that, and he's made everything just so much easier for me. Love him. Would not ever change anything about him with that. Finally, this is the game sealer. This Chaos Bulldog. This card, I wish I had the alternate art. I wish I had anything for this card because this card has been what I've been waiting for since BT 1.5 with Shine. I played BT4 with Shine Greymon. I played it non-stop. Didn't care about War Greymon. Cared only about my Shine.
Yeah.
This guy made Shine better. This guy makes this deck even better.
Well, you'll get him with the box stoppers on BT6 whenever it decides
And
to.
I can't wait for that.
You'll get them eventually.
And the fact as well as the on deletion effect just
makes it so your opponent has to rewind it back or pop it back to hand. If they can't,
exactly,
you're walking into a
you're walking into passing turn. Because like I said, memory wins you games. Next up, I wish I had more of this guy. I wish I had more of the alternate art. But eventually. But I play 3 TK. I don't want to max out because I like having my options. I keep my options the way they are because it's been the most consistent and it's been the most, it's been the most optimal thing for me. So this guy allows me to get options, this guy allows me to get Digimon, anything I need. Too easy to say, this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
And then finally, to round things off, 2 Binding Ray, Hammer Spark's cool.
Which is ridiculous, this card also...
Better Hammer Spark, and, you know, it's free.
Yeah.
Even if you're at 4 memory or 4 security and you just take down 1, even better.
Yeah, our lures.
It just makes everything better.
Yeah, it guarantees your turn being yours.
It guarantees it so that way if you have TK, you're at 5.
Yep.
Makes it so much better. And finally, the last card, 2 Spiral Masquerade, Shine Greymon. A little bit cheaper. Or a little bit, you know...
It pays this cost the same, but requirement is a lot easier to get off.
Yes. Which is why I love it so much. And the fact that, yes, even though this is only 3,000 compared to Shine, which was 4,000, this guy, on the other hand, like you're saying, very easy to just meet the requirement.
2 turns with Lordknightmon. Congratulations, you've had the 4 to go off.
You have a way to get an Omni out.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you need.
You play that or Soul
That's it.
So tell us a little bit about your matchups today.
First match, I faced off against the one and only, and I did beat him 2-0. Sorry.
It's fine. My deck decided not to play nice today, so it happens. The deck just wants to take a retirement break. It's done me well.
It does. It does. My next game was against. It's up here. Oh, I think
you'll catch most of the. You were up here on table 1.
I was on table 1 a lot.
I don't think you moved off table 1 at all.
I don't think I did. I think I stayed at table 1 for at least 3 of the 5 actually. First was you. Next was against. I know I faced off against green twice, and then I faced off against yellow once. What was my? Oh, My next one was my buddy Tyler. His deck, I don't know how to explain it. It's the most jankiest of jank. D-Brigade security with 4 colors. I don't know how it works. It does work. If you guys watch how it plays, it seems like it's clunky. It's just security control.
Using D-Brigade as a recycling engine.
Exactly. Using D-Brigade as a way to seal games and actually like steal games.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cool, fun deck. Next round, I faced off against Green again.
Yep.
Faced off against him. This was a guy that like literally, I think it was 2 months ago, this guy was like brand new to the game. I couldn't be happier for him. I was honestly like seeing him up there with me, like at the same table, like facing off against him. I was happy. I was happy just to see like players like getting better, especially new guys who were just brand new into the game. It was awesome. 4th round was against my buddy. He was playing Mastymon Lordknight Masty. I see why people like it, but once again,
it's supposed to counter your version of the deck and security control a little more consistently.
Yeah.
But why does that deck need a more consistent way of handling security?
It's already so consistent, and of course, I just personally feel like Zawar is a brick.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to play any bricks. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And once again, my whole thing, if it doesn't help with consistency, I don't want it. Finally was security control. That was where I was like actually sweating bullets because I was like, I dislike security control so much. I understand why people love it. I just dislike it.
Of course.
That black card ultimate player scares me all the time. That's where you just need to play around it and you need to figure out how you're going to get around certain cards. As long as you're able to make sure that they're only playing 1 card per turn, you should be fine.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So anything you want to say
I
to
agree. I would
the
play
viewer
Cyber
base?
for the control / grinding matchup. If card's good against me. If it sticks against me, I'm like, well,
Don't let your dreams be dreams, and don't let your memes be memes.
Of course.
And also shout out to Imperial finally one last time. These guys are awesome. You know, one of the best, if not the best, store in New England or in Connecticut.
Yeah. I definitely want to say thanks everybody for coming and watching the video. Remember, hit that like button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.